Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting the history, and bending reality, holding these guys to a standard. And in this video, I want to talk about Dwayne Wade briefly and some comments that he made recently. I think he made it, I don't know, a couple of days ago. I'm a little late on this. I think some people may have talked about it in videos. I'm not sure. But he made some comments about, I don't know if it was on Carmelo Anthony's podcast. And everybody's on podcast now. And these guys say weird things. But he was talking about how he was coming from Michael Jordan if he didn't have the injuries. And the injuries kept him from really getting to Michael Jordan's level, and that was his mindset. That's what he thought about his overall game, that he was on Michael Jordan's level. And I respect Dwayne Wade's career and his game, man. But come on, man, this dude needs to slow down, and he needs to stop. These guys need to stop making it seem like Michael Jordan is so easy to get to, like that bar is so easy, man. The way that they talk sometimes is out of control, man. And we're going to talk about in this video, man. Dwayne Wade needs to slow down a little bit here with some of these comments that he was coming from Michael Jordan and talking about his overall game. And I want to thank you guys, man. Everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. You guys know the deal, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to everybody in the membership, man. I am truly humbled, guys, by all the support, man. Thank you very much. You guys comment. You guys be emailing me, sending me messages, man. It means a lot, guys. Thank you, man. I'm truly humbled, guys, for real, by all support, man. Thanks to all you guys out there. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, man, I want to talk briefly about Dwayne Wade. And like I said, some of the comments he made, I don't know if it was on Carmelo Anthony's podcast. I may be wrong about this, but I believe it was. I believe it was with Carmelo Anthony. I believe he was there. And he was talking about his career and his overall game. And he was talking about how, he felt like the injuries in his career kind of derailed him from really getting to that level. And he really thought that he could rival Michael Jordan. And that, in his mindset, that's where he was coming. That's what he was coming for. He was coming for Michael Jordan. That's what he was saying. And that's what he believed that his game, was at that level. He believed that his game was at that level, Michael Jordan level game. And I'm here to tell Dwayne Wade, man, dude, slow the hell down here, man. Listen, like I said, I respect Dwayne Wade. He's an all-time great player. I would say he's a top 5 shooting guard all time. Like I said, I would probably put him somewhere around that number 4, 5 range. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, behind guys, obviously Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Jerry West. To me, those guys are the top 3 shooting guards in the history of the game. Then you could talk about guys, like I said, like a Dwayne Wade, a Clyde Drexler, the Allen Iversons, George Gervin. Like I said, some of the other great shooting guards in the history of the game. But when we talk about Dwayne Wade, and he's talking about the comments that, that he was coming from Michael Jordan, and he was talking about his overall game. Now, listen, Dwayne Wade, like I said, at his peak, from really the second year that he came in the league, till about 2011, 2012, somewhere around there, that was really like, peak Dwayne Wade, man. You know what I'm saying? For about 6-7 years there on both sides of the ball, he was an excellent player. He was an excellent player, Dwayne Wade, man. Excellent player, man. Nicknamed the Flash for a reason, right? 6'4", he had the quickness, you know what I'm saying, the speed, and he was a slasher, known for being a slasher. But when you talk about Michael Jordan, he talks about coming from Michael Jordan. I think, once again, a lot of people are underestimating what it takes to rival Michael Jordan's legacy, his greatness, his career, to surpass him. What that bar looks like, how high that bar is really, how high. Once again, they try to lower the bar. And this is what Dwayne Wade is doing when he makes these comments. He talks about Michael Jordan, how he was coming from Michael Jordan. I don't think Dwayne Wade realizes how great Michael Jordan really is, or was, and how high that bar is. Because when you talk about Michael Jordan coming in, that first year he came in the league, he came in running. A lot of people forget this, or they don't think that the man came in literally averaging 28 points a game. I don't believe Dwayne Wade averaged more than 28 points a game to like his 5th or 6th season in the league or whatever it was, when he was like, when he won the scoring title. I believe when he averaged 30 points a game and won the scoring title in like 07 or whatever the hell that was, his 4th or 5th year in the league. Michael Jordan had already led the league in scoring several seasons up in that point. And from the minute he came in, averaging 28 points a game, leading the league in total points as a rookie. Dwayne Wade wasn't even Rookie of the Year. He finished what? I think 3rd behind LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony. So if you think about that, the impact that Michael Jordan had immediately on the game, right? And once again, his overall game when he came in the league, he was a much better shooter than Dwayne Wade when he came in the league. And obviously, Dwayne Wade never became the shooter of Michael Jordan, not from the perimeter. And Dwayne Wade was a very good had a very good mid-range game, but he wasn't Michael Jordan from the mid-range. He was more streaky than a Michael Jordan. That's what he was more streaky, if anything, from the mid-range, from the perimeter. This is why he was nicknamed the Flash, for slashing to the lane, dunking on people, finishing right at the rim. This was Dwayne Wade's game. He didn't have the overall scoring ability, the overall arsenal on the offensive end of a Michael Jordan. And this is what some of these guys fail to remember, and they don't really want to mention when Dwayne Wade talked about his overall offensive game, his skills that he had, on both sides of the ball and what he could do. Once again, he can't touch Michael Jordan's overall game. He never could. He was never, even at his best, Dwayne Wade couldn't touch what Michael Jordan was doing in his first couple of seasons. Can't even duplicate those things. Like I said, his first couple of years when Michael Jordan was doing scoring the basketball, his overall impact on winning on the game, he couldn't do it. Now, Dwayne Wade, once again, is a great player. He led a team to a championship in his third season, I believe it was, in the 2006 NBA Finals. But once again, let's think about the team that Dwayne Wade was on. It's not taking anything away from Dwayne Wade, man. He was sensational during that playoff run, and obviously in the finals, the things that he did in the NBA Finals. But when we talk about playing with guys like Shaquille O'Neal, Lonzo Mourning, Gary Payton, Jason Williams, like I said, just a plethora of other guys that were on that team that were solid role players, solid veterans. You're talking about a very good team. So we can't forget those things. So Dwayne Wade's an all-time great player. But when he talks about Michael Jordan, to me, Dwayne Wade would have never been in that realm. Even if he didn't have injuries, like he was saying, even if he would have been injury-free his whole career, Dwayne Wade's not getting to that level. Right? He's not winning 3, 4, 5 MVP trophies. He's not. He's now probably going to win a Defensive Player of the Year award in his career, Dwayne Wade. Not when you're in the same era of guys like a Kobe Bryant or a Tim Duncan or a Kevin Garnett. Even though some of these guys would have been a little bit older, they're still battling against these guys, Ben Wallace, Ron Artest, some of these other defensive guys at that time in the mid to late 2000s, into the early 2010s. So I don't believe Dwayne Wade was on the level of winning a Defensive Player of the Year award. I don't believe he's anywhere near the defensive player of a Michael Jordan on the defensive end. Now, Dwayne Wade is one of the great shot-blocking guards in the history of the game, no doubt about it. But when we talk about the overall defensive game of Dwayne Wade, it's not on Michael Jordan's level. Like I said, even without the injuries, at his best, he was not Michael Jordan-esque on the defensive end. And I feel like sometimes, once again, these guys, they lower Michael Jordan down and try to make it seem like they were closer to Michael Jordan. Even without injuries, Dwayne Wade's nowhere near Michael Jordan. And I think that's what Dwayne Wade's not forgetting here. And that's why I say he needs to slow down. You would have been better off saying, I was coming for Kobe. Or I was coming for Jerry West. I was coming for someone that was below Michael Jordan. Someone that was under him. Right? I was coming to surpass Allen Iverson. Or some of these guys, Clyde Drexler. Say you were coming for Kobe. Which we all found out that he was obviously trying to stop Kobe from winning. Right? So Kobe was on his mind. But for him to say that he was coming for Michael Jordan as far as his overall game and, what he would have been remembered at that position, the shooting guard position. Nah, man, because you wasn't even close to Kobe, in my opinion. And once again, Kobe Bryant dealt with a lot of injuries, just like you. But he was able to, once again, maximize himself because he overachieved. This is what Kobe Bryant did. This is why he's different. But when Dwayne Wade, like I said, tries to put himself in the Michael Jordan conversation, you're not on that level, Dwayne Wade. And that's no disrespect to Dwayne Wade. Once again, he's not in the realm. When you talk about being one of the greatest shooting guards of all time, that's what Dwayne Wade is. Like I said, probably a top 5 shooting guard in the history of the game, easily. But when you talk about Michael Jordan, he's in another realm. In another realm. You were not coming for anybody. You were not coming into the NBA. You didn't even win Rookie of the Year. I mean, just something that simple. People don't realize. A lot of these guys don't come and win Rookie of the Year. They don't average 28 points a game their first season in the league and lead their entire team in points, rebounds, assists, steals. I mean, all the categories Michael Jordan led his team in. Get them to the postseason when their franchise has been garbage for years. Guarantee they're going to make the postseason every year you're there. Take the league over. These guys ain't doing that. That's what it takes to surpass Michael Jordan, to be put in that realm. From the minute you come in the league. LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, some of the great players that came in the league, They didn't come in like that. The Luka Doncic's, they didn't come in like Michael Jordan. So they're already behind Michael Jordan. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, they didn't come in like Michael Jordan. They didn't do it. Michael Jordan came in once again and just took it over. The creativity, the overall game of Michael Jordan that Dwayne Wade's sleeping on. He didn't have the overall game of Michael Jordan when Michael Jordan first came in the league. Michael Jordan's glass game, the hesitation pump game of Michael Jordan off the dribble, the pull-up jumper of Michael Jordan. Dwayne Wade had a very good game, a nice game. This is not taking anything away from him, but he wasn't on Michael Jordan's level, guys. He was not. And he was a very good athlete. Dwayne Wade, he absolutely was. The Flash, but he wasn't Michael Jordan, guys, athletically. Not the quick first step, the speed, the leaping ability. Dwayne Wade a little bit shorter. He ain't Michael Jordan. He had the hands of Michael Jordan, the wingspan of Michael Jordan, the instincts, the IQ. He didn't have them of a Michael Jordan. And Dwayne Wade, once again, he wasn't the true leader of a Michael Jordan. Not of Michael Jordan's level. He was a leader, but not on Michael Jordan's level. So once again, I tell Dwayne Wade, man, you're a great player. I respect Dwayne Wade, but dude, slow down. You wasn't nowhere near catching Michael Jordan or being close to a Michael Jordan without the injuries, with the injuries. It wouldn't make a difference. It would not make a difference. Yeah, Dwayne Wade maybe would have had some different accolades. Maybe his numbers would have been a little bit different. But once again, the way that Dwayne Wade's career played out, teaming up with LeBron James, doing all this stuff at that point, well, what would have been the difference? Like I said, it wouldn't have made a difference when we talk about the Michael Jordan comparison. He was never going to be that level of player. The Michael Jordan players, they're once-in-a-generation players, man. Once-in-a-lifetime guys. And these guys are not close to that. Dwayne Wade ain't close to that. And for him to make it seem like it was just the injuries that stopped him from getting to that level, once again, you're disrespecting Michael Jordan. You're bringing Michael Jordan down. Oh, yeah, I was coming from Michael Jordan because of the injuries. My game was like Michael Jordan. No, it wasn't. Your game may have had some flashes of Michael Jordan in there when you talk about his shot blocking abilities at that shooting guard position. But other than that, there's no similarities in their games. Dwayne Wade gave effort on the defensive end. He was a solid two-way player, but he's not one of the all-time great two-way players. And it's not because of the injuries. He wouldn't have been greater than Jerry West or Kobe Bryant or Wilt Chamberlain or Hakeem Olajuwon. He wouldn't have been greater two-way players than these guys. A Kevin Garnett to me. Even a Tim Duncan. David Robinson. Some of these guys to me would have been greater two-way players in the history of the game. And that's no knock on Dwayne Wade. Those are the facts. He ain't close to Michael Jordan's game. And for him to make it seem, like I said, with the injuries and that was it, these guys not living in reality. They keep pumping themselves up. These guys are retired now, and they get on these podcasts. They start drinking. They start smoking. They start saying stupid stuff. That's what I'm saying, guys. Just shut up. You guys say weird things, man. Why can't these guys just talk about themselves and, like, respect their career and be happy with what they did in their careers and just talk about themselves or talk about their career and the people that, you know, they encountered in the career and just be proud with how their career played out. They always got to make it seem as if they were greater than they really were. That's what bothers me with a lot of these guys. Where's your integrity? Why do you have to pump yourself up? You don't got to talk yourself up on these podcasts. Talk about how great you are and, oh, man, I was just as great as this guy, or I was greater than this guy, or I would have been greater than this dude. Like, come on, man. It's insane to me that these guys just continue, like I said, to lie about their careers, to pump themselves up for no reason. Once again, Dwayne Wade, that's not confidence. That's you being, once again, delusional and not being self-aware of the facts of reality. You were never close to Michael Jordan. You would have never been close to Michael Jordan. You never would have been. You're a great player. Be happy with being a great player and saying, yeah, man, you know, I was coming for Kobe. You know, I wanted to be up there with Kobe. Don't say Michael Jordan, because you're not in that realm. You're not in that realm. You guys know the deal, man. These are the facts. You guys know the deal on this channel, man. We must continue to set the record straight here. These guys continue to bring Michael Jordan down and talk about this man as if he was just an average guy, as if it's easy to come for that throne. It ain't easy. That's why I laugh when people say, oh, what does this guy have to do to surpass Michael Jordan? You got to do a hell of a lot. You got to come in the league and take it by storm. You got to come and running. There's no years for development. There's no time for those things. If you're coming from Michael Jordan and the impact that he had, the way he came about his career, the grind that he went through, all these things, the impact, his overall game from the minute he stepped on the floor in the NBA. These guys are underestimating that. Michael Jordan had an overall game when he first came in the league. No, he wasn't polished or the finished product, but the man, that's why the man could score like that. The scoring titles, it was effortlessly from Michael Jordan. He could do it all. Dwayne Wade didn't have that kind of game. And once again, on the defensive end, Dwayne Wade wasn't on that level. He was an excellent defensive player at his best. He was very good. He gave the effort. But he wasn't Michael Jordan on the defensive end. And it wasn't just because of the injuries. He needs to stop that. Come on, that don't make any sense. You know the deal, Dwayne Wade. You know the deal. You're not in that level, on that level. You're not in that tier. Michael Jordan was in a whole other category. They had nothing to do with your injuries. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.